Questions for Jayson?
Jayson, take us through some of the emotions tonight, how the ceremony hit, what was it like, seeing the banner and the significance of that, the gravity of that.
Tonight was special. It was everything I thought it would be and more. The video playing of, all the ups and downs of the last 8 years was emotional. Seeing the banner grow up, seeing the legends, right? Ray Allen, Bob Cousy, those guys. That was cool. It was something that we'll always be bonded with, and a night that we'll always remember. That was special. That was cool to be a part of.
You looked pretty moved when you got the ring in your hands and almost in disbelief. What were you thinking at that moment?
It's just something I've been dreaming about for a very, very long time, and a moment that I've looked forward to since I've gotten to the league, and a moment that, right, before we won, I've been very, very close to winning a championship and falling short. So to finally get over that hump and finally be a part of opening night ring ceremony, something I've watched, every year since I was a kid. It was just a wow moment. Like, this is, I'm a part of it. I'm a part of history, and it was worth the wait.
Jayson, individually, you talked about some of the work you did on your shot this summer. Obviously, you had a terrific night shooting the ball personally, and then as a team, you guys obviously focus a lot, and Joe does, on winning the map in the game. Obviously, you almost made more threes than you attempted in the game. I was just curious, first off, how did you feel trying that out with your shot in, obviously, the first game with it in live action? And as a group, what allowed you guys to have that dominant of a performance from a shooting perspective to double them up on attempts and give so much?
Yeah, shot felt good. I was in a good rhythm and things like that. And I think just offensively, I feel like we just kind of picked up from where we left off last year. We brought almost everybody back. We played to our strengths. We know what we're trying to do. We know who we're trying to attack. We know what sets and actions to get in, and we work on it all the time. We work on reads, every single day in practice, and that's essentially all we do. Like, yeah, we got plays and things, but we just make reads. We know where to be. We know when to cut. We know when to space the floor. We know when to make the extra pass. And obviously we got some super talented guys, and more often than not, we always got at least four guys on the court that can shoot threes. So, we just always try to make the right play and get a great shot.
Before the game, talking to each other, I was wondering if you could share a little bit about, what that moment was for you guys and sort of what you shared together.
Yeah, that was cool. That was when, the legends were passing us the trophy. And, I've been teammates with JB for 7 years, and I was 19 when I got drafted, and Al was in his 10th year. Now he's in his 18th year, and the journey that we've kind of all been on together and brought us to this point. And it was just cool to kind of share that moment with those two guys, and soak the moment in and enjoy it and embrace it. And that was dope.
Jayson, did it occur to you that when you watched KG and Paul and Cousy come in, you're one of those guys? You could be one of those guys now that championships in the future, you could be walking in with them and celebrating the future, that you're kind of part of that era of that Celtics club now? That
Yeah, I mean, in that moment for me, I was like a kid. Obviously I didn't see Bob Cousy play, but I remember like the Celtics winning a championship in 2008. I think I was like 10 years old, and I watched Ray and Paul and KG. Like, I grew up watching those guys, and it's like a full circle moment, for them to come back and share that moment with us and kind of pass the torch or whatever that symbolized. I'm still a fan of those guys. Like, I remember, they're part of my childhood. So, that was an incredible moment, dapping it up with them, and KG was screaming in my ear. And it's just like, man, I'm really like talking to Kevin Garnett right now. So, I never take those moments for granted. Like, I think that shit is still cool, to be a part of things like that.
Last question to Gary.
Jayson, Kuzi's 96. I mean, you got a really thrilled all-star to meet Larry Bird, but what was it like to see Kuzi? I mean, he doesn't come obviously much, and I know you've probably only seen the grainy tapes, but what is it like for him, a guy who's almost 100 years old, to kind of to see him and just kind of punctuate the history?
Yeah, that was he's like one of the first Celtic NBA legends at that. I got to shake his hand. He said some kind words to me. I mean, he's a legend. He came out in a wheelchair, he threw his deuces up, and everybody went crazy. So that like really set it off. So I got to meet and take a picture with Bob Cousy. That's something that'll live forever, I hope.